everybody, Phil Adams, CEO of Intellivision Entertainment, finally spoke again, and I'm going to share with you what he said in my 2 cents. But first, I want to set the table by reminding you of 2 emails Intellivision sent out well over a year ago. August 7th, 2021, they said this: in spite of these supply hurdles hampering our ability to fill all orders, we are focused and determined to deliver pre-ordered units by the end of the year. All right. Then November 23rd, production has begun. Amico production has begun. That is the headline in their own email from well over a year ago. And they also sent a Christmas email that showed off their pilot plastics. And you can see the picture of these pilot plastics that was supposed to be used in the production. When Gen X Gamer tweeted this on Christmas Day: we don't even deserve a Merry Christmas email, meaning that, we didn't get one in 2022, got one in 2021. Seriously? Not the supporters, the people with deposits, the people with back orders, not even the promised update from Phil. I'll get to that in a second. We are very disappointed, sad face. And Phil Adams responded, but before he did, I want to point out a few things. I want to point out what Phil Adams, now those previous emails were not when Phil Adams was announced as a CEO. He may have been in charge at that time, but there was nothing formally announced. But let me just share what Phil Adams has shared. So, early February 2022, he was on live streams. He was on 2 different live streams, and he gave kind of 2 different dates, but he said in both live streams that the ship date would be given by either the end of February or the very beginning of March. And as we know, that didn't happen. They went into a quiet period until June 7th, got an email. And in the email, they said, we have begun a test production. By the way, they went in a quiet period to talk about investors possibly acquiring the Intellivision brand or investing in it. Never heard anything about that after the quiet period. Anyway, June 7th, in the email, they said that they began a test production run of the Amico. These units should be completed in the next few weeks. We will be formally announcing some new IP licensing partnerships soon, as well as showing off the Amicos currently in production. By the way, they have never showed off those Amicos in production. A couple testers on YouTube who have gotten test units, quote unquote, have showed those off, not playing the games, but basically the units themselves. Intellivision themselves, who once did an unboxing video, I think it might have been the last video they did months and months ago, they haven't showed off anything. All right, so let's go ahead. So in that June 7th email, they said that those units should be completed in the next few weeks. And then fast forward to an August 30th email. It's the next time we heard from Phil. And once again, he said that they encountered some issues, but they were going to try to finish this pilot run. And the path is clear to finish the pilot run once again in the next few weeks. So next few weeks would put it in, let's see, August, September, right? And then we don't hear anything. And Smash JT, early November, he says, I talked to Phil on the phone and he expects to give an update Thanksgiving of 2022, which is more than a few weeks. Now, we did see test units hit a few people's hands, but we didn't hear anything straight from Intellivision. So after all this waiting, we haven't heard from Phil since that August email. We heard it secondhand from Smash JT. What does Phil say to the tweet that Gen X Gamer said? He says, I just got back from burying my mom, who passed away the week before Christmas. So my condolences to Phil and his family about that, of course. But let's talk about the Intellivision side of things. I hope to update the public, but tests of the final hardware have gone well. I hope to update the public, but tests of the final hardware have gone well. So why is that a but? It should be like, tests have gone well. I hope to update the public. Well, I guess this is a update. Tests have gone well. Okay, great. Once we have a production solution, I will make an announcement that I am working on. So according to Phil Adams, and this is his account. I did check. This is his account. They're waiting for a production solution. You can read into that what you will. It's always been my theory and some other people's theories as well that Intellivision simply doesn't have the cash to do a production run. They don't have the money. Recently, news broke out that they're being sued because of over $100,000 in unpaid furniture bills that they used to furnish their office in Irvine, California. They owe well over, I think it's like $131,000 or something like that. They owe over $100,000. Intellivision Entertainment's getting sued, and so is Tommy Tallarico. And when that happened, to me, that was just a further sign that they do not have the money to do it. So after all this time, all this waiting, I think the whole year has been playing, and this is just my speculation for your entertainment only. I think the whole year they've been playing kick the can. I think, Tommy did it to a degree, and now Phil's kind of doing it. Started early in February, where they've been waiting for the money to do production, and they never got it, and they would just keep kicking the can. Hey, 3 more weeks, a few more weeks, talk to you at the beginning of February, and I think that's what's going on. And I think I don't know that they're ever going to find the money. I don't know who would invest in this project at this point. I don't see the profit in it for someone to invest the millions that they would need to invest. You can't, I don't think they can hand build the units. I think it would cost them too much to do that, both in time, resources, and money. So unless they have a financial miracle, I don't see how this is going. But that's what Phil says. They're just waiting for the production solution. Even though they entered production in November 2021, they're waiting for a solution. Well, let me know what you think in the comments below, and I will see you next time on the next No Swear Gamer video.